Hey everybody, Neil here from Post to Post. Hello to the Dallas Stars fans specifically, but jersey collectors as well. This was a very interesting release in the NHL that just happened with the Dallas Stars. They released their new alternate jersey. It is a Star jersey, or a variation of the Star jersey, and it's widely loved. I mean, by Stars fans and by not Stars fans. However, it didn't come without its controversy, because I posted something on Twitter and I'll say the whole fan base, but a decent amount of the fan base kind of lost their minds a little bit. So we're going to talk through that a little bit. I'm going to clarify a couple of things. I think I could have worded things a little bit better on my part, but we'll walk through that here in just a little second. I want to show you what the actual jersey looks like. So let's bring it up, and you can see that in all its glory. Like, it is an amazing jersey. The collar is super interesting with the split color. That is very cool. I actually really like that a lot. You've got the logo that everybody loves. You've got the jersey designs that everybody loves. Is it the exact color combination and layout that maybe a lot of jersey collectors wanted? Probably not. But is it nice? Absolutely. It's an amazing jersey. I'm so glad that they brought this back. Even in this specific variation, I think it's a wonderful decision. I would have preferred just to see the colors inverted. I don't need the gold in there, okay? I'm fine with no gold in there. I'm fine if you want to put the silver in there, that's cool. But just inverse the colors, and I think it would be a stronger jersey. But again, that's just an opinion. And speaking of opinions, I will show you what I posted on Twitter that made people lose it a little bit. So I'll bring that up. And here's what I said. I just quoted the Dallas Stars release or tweet, and I said, Dallas, these are nice, no question. So the first thing I said was positive. Very nice. And I said, but I don't think the majority of fans wanted Reverse Retro 3.0, because that's basically what this is. It's a combination between Reverse Retro 1 and Reverse Retro 2 put together, and it's of the original kind of, well, now retro jersey, but it's been swapped a little bit color. So it almost by definition is Reverse Retro. What I meant by that is jersey fans and jersey collectors, because if you follow the channel, you guys know that I don't just talk about the Dallas Stars. I don't talk about the Montreal Canadiens. I talk about all NHL teams. I talk about teams from other leagues. I talk about jerseys specifically because that's my passion, and design and collecting and unboxing and all that stuff. And I'm a hockey fan at heart. So I think the wording on my part was poor here. I should have said, but I don't think the majority of jersey fans / collectors wanted Reverse Retro 3.0. I was not specifically trying to talk as the Dallas Stars fan base here as a collective. I thought that was obvious in my head, but apparently it wasn't. I said no innovation, no tweaking, no color swapping. What I meant here is no innovation required, no tweaking required, no color swapping required, referencing the photo below. Because the photo below was from the Zubov Appreciation Night from a couple of years ago. This was an Adidas, basically the same jersey as Fanatics is now, other than the perforations on the shoulder. So, and then I said it was, I guess I made a grammar mistake there. It was the easiest and best decision. And I still think that's the case. I think the easiest and best decision would have been to bring that back. However, I understand the no innovation, no tweaking, no color swapping section of the tweet. Some people may have read that thinking that I was referencing the one that they released, not the one that I posted below. So two little forms of miscommunication there, I think, on my part regarding the wording of fans and also that middle section there. But a lot of people kind of lost their minds a little bit in the Dallas Stars fan base, and it's just like, listen, I've been making videos on YouTube and about hockey since the beginning of 2017. So we're coming up on 9 years across two channels. I think it's over 30 million views. So like, I've been talking about hockey and jerseys for a long time, and I've said many controversial things when it comes to jerseys. And even when I was talking about hockey on a day-to-day basis, whether it was trades, hits, players, rosters, whatever, those are very polarizing topics. I've had many intense conversations with people. I've had many people be critical of opinions of mine, and some of those topics, deservedly so. I don't think I'm right. I just share my opinion. That's the entire point of this platform. But I cannot remember, at least in recent history in the last 5 years, where a jersey has released and I have given my opinion, and I think relatively fair opinion. Like, the first thing I said was that it was nice, and I just added a little bit of criticism there. But I have, in my memory, never received the specific, I guess, I don't want to call it hate. It's not really hate. It's just, I guess, I felt like there was a lot of thin-skinned people, maybe in the Dallas Stars fan base, at least on Twitter. Not all of them, not even the majority of them, just some very vocal. I'm not going to post their tweets. I'm not going to call anyone out by name. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what specifically they said, but they were very upset. And I think mostly they were upset that they felt like I was speaking from the Dallas Stars fan base as a collective as a whole. That was not it at all. I didn't even think of that when I was typing the tweet. But regardless if I replied and I said that I'm not talking on behalf of you, I was talking to Jersey fans or collectors. They doubled down. They wanted to hate. They wanted to pile on, and that's fine. Whatever. And there were a couple of very specific insults thrown my way, but that's okay. I didn't really respond. I apologize to any Dallas Stars fans that I offended with my tweet. I meant no ill will, okay? I love the jersey. Let's move on to some other images. This next one here, you can see the whole uniform. So a little bit of an awkward shot because Ben's bent over. You can't really see the bottom of the jersey, but I think the arms look very good. I think the transition on the arms is excellent. It goes from white to the silver to the green. Really good contrast there, and down into the pants. Pants look like they're going to be black, and the top of the socks are black as well. Move on to the next image. It shows us a little bit more, and we've got black to white to green to black on the socks. Doesn't totally match the jersey, but I do kind of like the socks. Really good uniform transition from top to bottom, from the helmet all the way down to the skates. I think designers that don't take into consideration the entire uniform when thinking about a jersey, I don't want to call it a mistake, but I think it's really important. And whoever designed this jersey, whether it was the Dallas Stars or working for the NHL or Fanatics or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Whoever designed it, I don't care. But I think they did a really good job. And I guess that's the other weird thing about this is like, I really like this jersey and I really like this uniform. And the amount of hate that I was getting for it on Twitter was just like, well, I like the jersey. I like the jersey. Like, it's just not perfect in my opinion. Next, you can see the goalie kit here. It looks very good. The logo as well, I think, and specifically right in the middle. That looks so good. The light just shines off it so nicely. And the kind of outline that we saw on Reverse Retro 1.0, where the jersey itself wasn't like pure white, but the logo was, I think, or maybe it was the opposite way around. But you could tell that like there was a different material kind of around the logo area. And here it is the same, but you don't notice it as much. The black really blends in much nicer. So I think that's excellent. Here's another photo that they released. It's called the 99 jersey, which is pretty cool. And they released some info here. So championship collar, the inside collar features 3OT 1999, paying tribute to the triple overtime victory that secured the 1999 Stanley Cup. Very cool. And they've got another photo here. They say, bridging the eras, the star stripe design connects the iconic look of 1999 with the identity of today. It is a really good bridge jersey. They teased this a little bit by posting some jerseys from the past, all kind of lined up, hanging in a little bit of a locker. And we kind of knew it was coming. We just didn't know specifically it was going to be this. But I think they did do a really good job. I think the numbers look good as well. You can kind of see that on the bottom right as well. And they've got another one here. So they've got logos reimagined. Legacy logos are reinterpreted through the current colors, blending past tradition with modern energy. That little Texas Stay outline logo is incredible. I absolutely love that. You can see the silver just shine off that as well, and then the green in the middle. I think they did a wonderful job with the logos. Another graphic here, it's available Friday, November 28th at 5 p.m. on their official team store, so definitely go grab it if you get the chance. And then they did something that I love. They actually released their jersey schedule, or alternate jersey schedule. So the first game is against the Utah Mammoth on the 28th. All the rest of the games are there. That's a lot of games for an amazing jersey, so I'm very excited, and I'm very happy that they're wearing it this much. Sometimes teams release alternate jerseys and they wear it 4 times or 5 times or whatever. Dallas is going all in a little bit, so that's pretty cool. And I just want to bring up the actual jersey that I referenced in my tweets and referenced at the beginning of the video. So this jersey was used as a warm-up jersey during the Zubov appreciation night. And it's essentially a replica of the jersey that they used back then. And it's beautiful. I love it. I think this is the best jersey. Like, if you're going to use the Star jersey, and based on all the thousands of comments that I have read over the 9 years, tens of thousands of comments, okay? We talk about jerseys all the time. I collectively know how people are feeling. It doesn't mean that everyone feels that way. But I collectively know how people are feeling about specific topics, whether it's Chicago, Toronto, Montreal, it doesn't really matter. I get that good insight from all of you every time that you comment, and it's all living up here over the years. And collectively, the majority of people absolutely love this jersey and would love to see it come back in its exact form as we see here. That's really what I was referencing in that tweet. The jersey that they just released isn't bad. It's not even close to bad. It's incredible. It's amazing. It's just not perfect in my opinion. But some people, they need you to say it's perfect. You cannot say anything critical about it, but it is what it is. So we're not going to get this. That's totally fine. I don't need this. I'm just saying how amazing it would be to have it back. One thing that I think would be cool is if they did an inverse of the new jersey that they just released. I think that would be very cool. I'm not saying go back full-time home and away with these, although that would be cool. But I think an inverse version would be pretty neat. Inverse as in white or away. But in the same breath, I also do mean inverse, literally putting the green inside and the black down below. But anyways, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I've heard lots of opinions on Twitter, but I would love to hear yours down below in the comment section of this video. Obviously, not everyone is going to love everything. There has never in the history of the NHL, or probably any other sport, where a jersey was released or a uniform where every single human or fan likes it. That it just doesn't work that way, okay? You have to be a little bit open-minded and accepted to other people's viewpoints. If you don't like the jersey or the one that they just released, that's fine. If you love it, that's fine. If you don't care anything at all and you're kind of in the middle, you don't love it, you don't hate it, that's fine. People need to relax, okay? This is a fun topic. We watch hockey because we love it. We collect jerseys because we love it. We talk about jerseys because we love it. This isn't politics, okay? This isn't religion. If you're getting so upset at someone on their jersey opinion that you need to swarm them, go outside for a walk. Find a nice, cute dog, pet the dog. Get calm by petting the dog, okay? Get an ice cream. Have a couple licks of a nice ice cream, all right? Go to the park. Smell the flowers. Look up at the sky and see all the nice fluffy clouds. Reward yourself with a nice drink. Have a yoo-hoo. Whatever you need to do to calm yourself down, if you're that opinionated, that you're being severely offended by something hockey jersey related, please just take a step back and cool down. It's just a hockey jersey, okay? I'm obsessed. I love hockey jerseys. I have hundreds. But at the end of the day, they're still hockey jerseys, okay? So deep breaths, deep breaths. All right, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I appreciate you watching. Doesn't matter if you're a Stars fan. Doesn't matter if you disagree with me or agree with me. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I have an update, by the way, and another package. I have an update for the Fanatics, in case you're wondering. The Fanatics box that I got that was crushed. We opened it earlier in the, I guess it was last week, or earlier this week, I don't remember. But I have an update, and it is actually a very, very good update, and not just for me, not just like compensation-wise or whatever, but I mean for really everyone. I had a personal conversation on the phone with someone at Fanatics, not a regular customer service rep, and we had quite the conversation about Fanatics and shipping and reliability and all that stuff. It was a very good conversation. I was very impressed that Fanatics did reach out and were willing to talk. So I have more to share on that, but I will do that in this video where I unbox this. So you'll likely see this on, I think, Saturday or possibly Sunday. So tune in. This is a hat that a team that I do not own, as a little bit of a hint, and it's a bit of a funky design. So I'm very curious to get into it and see. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Hope I can see you again in the future. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, even if you are a Stars fan and you hate me. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Adios.